Hello, 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 beautiful people. This is Tamika. We are going to do a Deseto lo que quiera reading using the Storymatic deck. I did shuffle it, but we'll do the shuffle again. I took them all out and put them in different piles and did exactly what I'm doing now. But I did them in more piles. But I just wanted to long lost love spotted in the supermarket. A long lost love. It is Mercury retrograde and people are finding their way back. Trying to spin the block, as young people like to say. These young people. Someone could be young or someone could be old enough where it's so funny that 27-year-olds call themselves old these days. It's crazy. I didn't start, and I don't even really feel old now. Just maybe body wise, I didn't take care of myself as best as I could have. So body wise I feel older, but I guess also in like the music and stuff, there are a lot of artists that I don't know, but then there's a lot of music that I don't listen to. I don't listen to the radio like that. So music might be significant. Person with wings. A passed over loved one is significant. Someone who likes to cook. And someone who's a hugger is significant. We'll start with this one. And we'll just get, I guess, and this is too big. That's what she said. Person with a toothache, so someone could be having some type of tooth pain right now. Message chalked on the sidewalk. So this is a temporary message. Messages chalked on the sidewalk can be erased with water by people walking over it. Some message or some words are not holding up. Person in mourning. Someone mourning doesn't necessarily the loss of a person, but it's the loss of something. This message chalked on the sidewalk. It gives someone who made a promise that was not kept. Maybe someone is in mourning because this unkept promise is bringing about pain. Owner of a hot air balloon. I think of a hot air balloon and I think about someone who just talks a lot. They might have hot breath. Or when they speak, you can feel the air on your face, or maybe they kind of spit also when they talk. But it's a hot air balloon. It's like a bunch of nothing, a bunch of air. Air is the sword suit. So an air sign could be significant. Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. Maybe this Libra, Gemini, Aquarius person is the person in mourning. But the owner of a hot air balloon. So the owner could be someone is a hot air balloon is, let's say that is a person. So this could be someone's significant other. This could be their child, their parent, a family member, a co-worker. But they're the owner of. Well, when you're married to someone, they say, like, I got papers on you, I own you. So it could be someone's husband or wife. So we have a husband or a wife. One or the other talks a lot of nothing. Maybe they make empty promises, messages on the chalkboard, on the sidewalk. They make empty promises, things that don't withstand the test of time. What else do we have? Baby, 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 baby. Magic gloves. That card often reminds me of, well, I just thought Magic Johnson. So something about the movies, a basketball player, someone could have HIV or AIDS. But magic gloves, you work magic with your hands. Hot air and working magic with your hands. Magician energy. And we can see this one, vacation. Something about maybe a massage while someone is on vacation, magic gloves. You know, when you go to Jamaica, they have, you see the videos all the time of people getting their legs massaged. That could be significant. Magic gloves. It also gives me like a sexual innuendo. So someone could work their magic with their hot air balloon, talking a lot of stuff that they're not going to it's like the phrases are in my head, but they won't come out my mouth. They're not going to hold up to their end of the bargain. But they have magic hands, and they're able to get like a vacation. A motorcycle is significant with regard to a message chalked on the sidewalk. Motorcycle with the person in mourning. Maybe this is a message that someone never received because it faded away or was erased away. Television is broadcasting actual memories. Oh my God, with person in mourning. Someone can have a video of a person who has passed on that they play. You know how you see in the movies where people watch home movies all the time, but nowadays with their phones, you could watch YouTube from your phone. So, I mean from the TV. I watch YouTube from my TV. So television is broadcasting actual memories. So this is something that's concrete with the actual memories. So something about an actual memory, something that is true, is bringing light to something that is false. Hot air balloon. Someone's wife or husband lied about something, and now they're actual memories of a person in mourning. Someone died. Oh my God. Message chalked on the sidewalk, like the chalk outline of someone who passed on. Someone could have been in a motorcycle accident and it was broadcast on television. Maybe the person in mourning was someone who spoke during the interview, but maybe this person was talking a lot of hot air. A mechanic. A mechanic. A mechanic could be this person in mourning. This mechanic and his wife. Something about, well, the wife could be the mechanic, right? This mechanic and their spouse. Well, magic gloves. A mechanic will wear gloves. Don't they wear gloves when they're working on your car? Is this like a murder mystery? Because it's like this mechanic with the motorcycle. Someone could have took their motorcycle to a mechanic and something could have happened with the motorcycle. Because there's a person in mourning And then it's television broadcasting actual memories. Actual memories could be like surveillance video. And then there could be a video of someone, oh my God, laying in the street with like the white blanket and the chalk outline. Hot air, someone could have lied about a mechanic, or mechanic could have lied. Maybe a mechanic lied to their spouse. But this mechanic is the person in mourning. The magic gloves. What else? Person with devastating secret. This mechanic is this person with a devastating secret. Maybe this mechanic has information regarding their spouse. The owner of a hot air balloon. Hot air balloons also go into the sky. Heaven. Someone has a devastating secret about something someone did with magic gloves with their hands. Manipulated with their hands. What do you do? You can write to manipulate, text to manipulate. Use your fingers to call. Manipulating. Magic gloves also seems like not leaving fingerprints. What the fuck? Devastating secret with this television is broadcasting actual memories with the messages chalked on the sidewalk. Messages that are no longer available or can no longer be seen. Or they're out for the public to see. Because if it's chalked on the sidewalk, anybody could read the message. So there were people who saw someone in a motorcycle accident. One more. Person who should not be in charge of the vacation. This mechanic could be the person who shouldn't be in charge. Maybe because this person has a devastating secret and he could be or she could be involved with something with a motorcycle accident. Then it gives like the boss is away on vacation. Maybe there's a worker that has a devastating secret of this mechanic person. He fixes cars. The mechanic fixes cars. Fixes movement. He's a fixer. So this mechanic could be a fixer. A fixer of what? Sorry, my mouth is a little dry. This mechanic with magic gloves shouldn't be in charge. This mechanic maybe someone could have lied to the boss or something. Like a mechanic could have lied to the owner of this auto shop about a motorcycle. I don't know. This off, a side note. Someone shouldn't be in charge of the vacation, because this is someone who say they'll take your money and pay for everything, and then we'll get cheaper rooms or cheaper flights, and it feels like this person is not going to take into account all the different variables or the different people. This is someone who should just be the person to pay their amount and show up when they're supposed to. Something about a hot air balloon on vacation is significant. Maybe the mechanic of this hot air balloon But does it have a motor? I don't know how it works. Do you even need a mechanic for a hot air balloon? I don't know. This mechanic seems a little shifty. The fixer. Maybe this fixer is on broadcast television. This devastating secret could come out on broadcast television. Devastating secret of a person who should not be in charge. A pig. Police. Sorry. No disrespect. But I grew up in this, like I was born in the 70s. So they, were calling police officers that. So when I see that next to motorcycle, television broadcast, like the outline, the chalk outline, apparitions. Oh my God. Like someone's soul left their body. Me and my husband, oh my God, we were watching this show and it was like about strange happenings. And there was a car accident where they showed this apparition. And they were saying that it was the guy leaving his body, like his soul leaving his body, his spirit leaving his body. This mechanic, because he's holding on to a devastating secret, could be seeing apparitions, could be seeing things out the side, like the corner of his eye, or maybe feeling things, feeling like someone is touching you, or feeling like like there's a presence in the room, like you feel something other than yourself. Not so good Samaritan. This mechanic is a not so good Samaritan with a devastating secret. And is he in mourning or is someone else in mourning associated with this mechanic? Under new management. Something is under new management. The fixer. The owner of the hot air balloon. Someone is now under new management. There's a different owner to this hot air balloon. That almost sounds like a third-party situation. There's nothing like someone who could take care of business. All right, two more. Driver of an ice cream truck. Driver of an ice cream truck with a devastating... Ooh. So this is like someone... When I thought about the ice cream truck, I've seen way too many stories where the ice cream truck is fronting as something else. Shoot, even in Charmed, when the three sisters went to go save those kids that were getting snatched up, their spirits were getting snatched. Their spirit got snatched up by an ice cream truck driver. It's a death involved here. And the mechanic, there are two vehicles out here. An ice cream truck and a motorcycle. The devastating secret has to do with the ice cream truck. What the hell? Maybe this is a mechanic, like a shop where they've had a lot of complaints, or there have been accidents when someone says they fixed something and it's not fixed. Vacation could not necessarily be, because you could take a staycation. It doesn't have to mean that you travel on a plane 5,000 miles to get to a different place. You can take you can take a vacation in your mind any moment. Sitting there just drifting off. Somebody's not paying attention. And this person is supposed to be in charge of, like, they use their hands. They're supposed to be paying attention. Someone could be getting haunted by... Okay, so this mechanic is a fixer. And when I say fixer, people fix a lot of different things. With the cops here and the motorcycle and the chalked outline, well, messages. Person in mourning, the television broadcast, apparitions. It gives like a fixer, a hired fixer to take somebody out. And maybe that hired fixer is seeing apparitions. Magic gloves, they use their hands. Pum pum. Oh, wow. Pum pum. Okay. One more. And the mechanic, the fixer, is the one with the devastating secret. The not-so-good Samaritan. Not-so-good Samaritan could mean someone who does a job for someone, but is not with the best intentions. A pure, whether the person they're going to take out is a saint and the person who hired them is a sinner, it doesn't matter. They go where the money is. What else? Person who is locked out. The person who should not be in charge. Someone could be losing a job because they are not paying attention in their work. They aren't there's no focus. There could be someone making a lot of different mistakes. This is a manager. The driver of an ice cream truck. And a mechanic. What is that? Not so good Samaritan. See, with not so good Samaritan next to this and this, it gives watch your kids when they go to the ice cream truck. It gives you should go with them when they go to the ice cream truck. Person who is locked out gives 5 of Pentacles energy. There's a picture typically of 2 people outside of a church. One, I think, has a crutch. They're both looking homeless. A devastating secret or a lie. Hot air, someone just talking a lot of nothing. Could have got someone locked out or kicked out of a house. Could be someone who is supposed to be the breadwinner with the person who should not be in charge. It gives that the person who's supposed to be taking care of the bills wasn't taking care of the bills. Alrighty. Let's get one more row. I think I might get some of these brown cards. The place up top. Architect. Architect. They draw, they craft, they create. The architect of these apparitions. Oh. Something about a police officer. The architect. Someone who designed something. They give the blueprint, the foundation for something. This could be like a motorcycle cop. Someone's name could start with like AA, Aaron. I don't know what else. Oh, the guy's Aaron. A homeless person who is locked out. The police could lock someone out of their home. This not so good Samaritan with the devastating secret. Someone could be getting locked out of their home while they're on vacation. Like they come back and their shit is just there. Oh, that's, damn. Because if, depending on where you live, if your shit is just sitting out while you're on vacation, you know people are going to be taking that shit. The architect, The architect of something is this person who is homeless. Maybe this person is like messy. We pig. This person could like to eat a lot of pig. Maybe this person has the face of like Miss Piggy. I forgot to be your lover. Whoever this pig person is, whether it's a police officer or a messy person, someone who loves ham and bacon, and I love a good roasted paneer. Oh my God. With the crunchy skin, seasoned to perfection. The outside is like tap, tap, tap. But then once you cut that bad boy open and the freaking moistness of the meat, God damn, I could use some paneer right now. Anyway, someone might like Spanish food. Dominican. Cuban. So the que no fi, ela bota fora chiate. So this pig, the person on a motorcycle is an apparition. So this person on a motorcycle is one of the ghosts. With a flat, come on, my friends. A flat tire, a motorcycle, a mechanic, an ice cream truck. Something about a vehicle and movement. Someone trying to stop someone's movement. A flat tire. A not so good Samaritan coming to help somebody with a flat tire. Maybe the person who came to help was the ice cream truck driver. Maybe the person, like I said, with the motorcycle is the person that's no longer here because of a not so good Samaritan who could have been the driver of an ice cream truck. Or how can we get the driver, someone moving something cold? I have an ice box where my heart used to be. Maybe this is just a person who, the mechanic, the fixer, this person who doesn't have any feelings. This person could have driven themselves. I don't know. Someone could have got locked out of their car. That's why they can't be in charge. Like, you're supposed to be the getaway driver and we can't fucking get away. Now we gotta run. Magic gloves. A vacation. Like someone was sitting around and they're supposed to be focusing on their job. This could be more than one person who's a fixer. Someone could have given someone a flat tire on purpose. A homeless person. It doesn't have to be a person who's actually living out on the street, but homeless. Your body, your spirit, your soul, that's your home. That's where you live. This person is homeless. Maybe this person is either disassociated from themselves, meaning they can have some type of mental issues, or this person is dark inside. There's an icebox where my heart used to be. This person is cold and dark. This homeless person. This not so good Samaritan with a devastating secret. What else do we have? Flat tire stops movement. Person who laughs at inappropriate times. The not so good Samaritan. What's an inappropriate time? Pew, pew. Aha, you're dead. That's very inappropriate because you should care that you take someone else's life. This is a very, person who is new to the area. Person who is locked out. Person who is locked out is new to the area. The truck driver. Maybe that's why this person's mind wasn't focused, because they were looking around at things that they aren't familiar with. And instead, it almost gives you doing a bank robbery, and the person who's supposed to be the driver is too busy doing other shit instead of worrying about when it's his time to take the baton and run with that shit. Something about breaking into a car too is significant with these magic gloves. Carjackers. Member of the wedding. Someone was a member of a wedding. Best man. A bridegroom. Employee in a fast food restaurant. Yo. Oh my God. Dessa te ena que todo fone, c'era fonte che era pata no tiaras, e te no fosse tiena tiras. Yo. An employee at a fast food restaurant could be significant. Someone, like I said, could be a member of a wedding. We're gonna get some of, oh, I said the brown cards, right? Let's get some brown cards to go up top, and then we'll get some of the tea leaves. My stomach. All right, let us get some brown cards, please. Boom. Oh, you too. Say less. Extracurricular activities. The fixer. With the message chalked on the sidewalk. The chalk outline. Person in mourning. August is significant. Abundance, evolution, rewards for past good works. Life purpose is supported by the divine. So this person who is in mourning, something that's significant about August. We have Taurus. Planet is Venus. Beauty, charm, sensuality. I love the Hierophant. The Hierophant next to this hot air balloon is crazy because it gives someone who's very religious, but they talk just a bunch of, there's no, it's robotic. It's not something that they feel. It's not something that they truly, honestly believe. Because if they did, then they would follow the good book, right? They would do right by people. They would do the things that are right. But this person just talks a bunch of hot air. I can quote the Bible, but I can't do the actions in the energy of Christ-like. I can't do that. I can't be kind to people. I can't put myself in others' shoes and try to be more compromising or considerate. No, I just talk a good game. It sounds good, but you know, it's whatever. But a Taurus is significant. So this Taurus could be the person that with the hot air, just speaking to speak on television. It could be a police officer. Or like I said, someone who enjoys, it could be a farmer too. Like people have pigs as pets. Or some, like I said, someone could be very messy. Or someone could have like that, they have maybe, you look at them, you're like, oh, you remind me of Miss Piggy. Magic gloves. Aries is also significant. Planet is Mars. Venus and Mars. That song by Usher, Venus and Mars. Feminine and masculine energy. This is an Emperor energy. Or there's an Emperor energy present here. This extracurricular activities is in the blue. So maybe this was a fight between a masculine and a feminine. Like a couple. Someone with the hot air just talking a lot of shit. And the Emperor with the magic gloves, that's someone who's that would be someone very skilled at doing whatever they do. Oh, fighting. Oh my God. Okay. I saw drive, aggression, competitiveness with the Emperor and magic gloves. This Aries energy, this is someone, magic gloves, putting the gloves on. This is a fighter. And this is someone who just talks a lot of shit. So this could have been the argument between a masculine and a feminine is significant. And a wolf in sheep's clothing. So this Taurus or this Aries is a wolf in sheep's clothing. With regard to these extracurricular activities, they're all in blue. The Hierophant and the Emperor, it's like divine energy. The hot air balloon going up into the air. The divine could have had a hand in magic gloves, taking someone out of a situation. With this abundance, evolution, rewards for past good deeds. It's like, all right, you're on your path and you're doing what you're supposed to be doing. If you find yourself in a situation that is meant to harm you, we're going to use these magic gloves to lift you out of a situation. Take a vacation from that situation. Bottom, transportation matters. The mechanic, the driver of the ice cream truck, the flat tire, the motorcycle. Car troubles, movement, new car, accidents. Someone had an accident or had trouble moving because of a flat tire. Flat tire could be figurative in terms of someone just doing something in your life to stop you from moving. Someone at your job telling your boss that you do this and you do that, trying to stop you from getting a promotion. That's a flat tire. Someone deliberately taking something to stab into your tire so that you can't move. All right. Let us get some of these tea leaf cards. All right. May is significant. So we have August and May. May. Isn't Taurus May? Yes. Oh, and Taurus and Aries. We have a Taurus or Aries cusper. So we have staff. You will be taken care of in difficult times. Magic gloves. We're going to lift you out of this situation. This celestial energy. And that's simply, when I say that, you don't have to think of it as, oh my God, the divine just came and shifted me out the way. No. You're supposed to go and do something, pick something up, and instead you accidentally fall asleep. You miss out on what you could have been involved in because you're now asleep on your couch. You, say you make a date to do something with somebody, and then you go and do something else instead, and you don't really let that person know. You just kind of leave them hanging until you're ready. You're missing out on something. Maybe this person gets into an accident or gets in some type of challenge that you missed out on. So you will be taken care of in difficult times. This Hierophant Emperor energy. Taurus, Aries. Star, guaranteed success. I think that's you. Maybe you missed out on being a chalk outline. All the days won't be homeless. With person who's locked out. All right, so guaranteed success. Someone is a star out here with divine protection. If you are in the energy of walking your path, sure. So there's some shit that is not right. Someone tried to stop you from moving, but you have guaranteed success. There's an announcement that is going to be coming. With a star next to this abundance for your good works. So some type of announcement. This could be with the Hierophant. You think of Hierophant, you think of someone of a higher authority. So this could be an announcement with regard to this, I don't know, this case. Maybe with regard to this memories, this information or evidence about something. This announcement could have something to do with a younger woman, dealings or relationship with a younger woman. This younger woman could be a Taurus or Aries, or Taurus Aries cusper. We have strong, emotional, passionate love or hate. Fire. Oh my God, fire with the Aries. Someone is definitely an Aries or a fire sign. This person could be a younger woman who is a sheep in wolf's clothing. Someone that can't be trusted. Maybe someone took a vacation on who they could trust with this wolf in sheep's clothing. Just so they know, the masculine and the feminine energy. This could have been a relationship that was abusive. With strong emotions, passionate love and hate. Or love or hate. You know the movie is a thin line between love and hate, and the length she went to go to get that man back, or to at least seek some type of revenge, if nothing else. A wedge. Someone is trying to come between you and a friend or something you want, trying to cause you this flat tire. Handshake. A meeting with a stranger could be important. Someone could be wanting to come and talk to you or tell you something. Maybe a police officer. Look, with the... So someone may be doing like news interviews about this situation. Or they have. Egg. Success assured with good plans and hard work. So there's going to be some type of announcement about this success, guaranteed success, something about this dealings with this younger woman. This younger woman is this one near the hot air and the magic gloves. Someone is trying to cause your wedge, which is next to this motorcycle and the chalk outline. Dog, far away, a distant friend is thinking of you. So this younger woman could be thinking of you, or could be a friend who is a part of helping with this success or this announcement. That makes me think. This says strong emotion, passionate, love or hate. And then it has this dog here. And I had a conversation with someone once. And I expressed anger and saying mad. And she said to me, people don't get mad, dogs get mad. So it just shows with this dog here, this distant friend is thinking of you. It's like someone is a rabid dog right now. They're not angry, they're mad, foaming at the mouth. They don't know what to do. We're going to get one more card. My stomach just growled again. And I really didn't eat today, if I'm going to be perfectly honest. That happens though. Whale. Great worry over nothing. Is this 2 cards? No, it's 1. I went through the deck and separated. It was like 2 or 3 that were together. But great worry over nothing. This situation here with this fire energy, this young woman, don't worry about it. There could be a distant friend who's thinking about you that, oh, that could be dog with loyalty. You think a dog, a canine, it could be a police officer. Like you're in good. You're good. You're good. Heart, love, deep affection, and caring. Obstacles to overcome. Obstacles to overcome. If this has to do with like a Pum situation, then this could be a whole other situation in terms of court and testifying. And wow, it makes me think of like reporters being all over someone's house and all that crazy shit. But great worry over nothing, because you will be taken care of in difficult times. So whoever is this younger woman, this fire sign, I don't think that things are going very well for this individual as of late. Okay. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. Let's go back to my room. And we can do it all night. And you can make me feel right. Boom. All right. Oh, I just got this feeling. This uncomfortable feeling in my neck or my chest. And not necessarily my chest. More like my back. Maybe I have indigestion. That's altogether possible. Oh, you know what? I lied. I had an apple. That was a lie. Okay. We'll do the letters and then we'll get out of here. I really don't know what I want to eat. They have, and I know that you can't just be eating chicken from everywhere. I get it. But the Stop and Shop near my house, oh, it brings me joy. And you bring me joy. Courage. That is, what would courage be? The Lion, the Leo card. Strength in the tarot. A Leo could be significant. Someone taking the courage to do something could be significant. Maybe someone is going to be expressing this devastating secret. This fixer. The letter D could be significant. The D. Someone could have did something for the D. FG could be significant. Did it for the D. Not for the vine, but for the D. Do it for the vine. All right. We have Attract Soul Tribe, returning to spiritual order. The divine coming in with that claw. The letter C is significant with regard to something returning to spiritual order. The letter P could be significant. A cop or CPS. Child Protective Services is significant with returning to order. CPN. I don't know the acronyms for stuff, but isn't a CPN? Isn't that for like, I don't know. Let me just check. CPN. Come on. I put con. Somebody could be a con. CPN meaning a credit privacy number is a falsified series of numbers that bad actors use in place of a social security number and promote as a quick way for people to repair or hide their credit history. You should avoid purchasing and using your credit. You should avoid purchasing and using on your credit applications. Is CPN illegal? Using a CPN, which is essentially someone else's social security number. Oh, wow. So somebody out here creating tax fraud. CPN is a fabricated number that is used to in place of a SSN or ITIN on financial applications. So someone was doing some fraudulent stuff with some applications, and now spiritual order is returning. April could be significant. Aries, Taurus. Next month could be significant for this. Or this person is an Aries or Taurus, and they did some fraudulent stuff with a CPN number. The letter M, like I can't write this shit. The letter M is significant. Minnesota could be significant. New Mexico could be significant. A cop could be significant. The letter K is significant. Michael Kors. MK. The name McKnight could be significant. Something could have happened that night. Number 2 is significant with returning to... Can I get another one over here? The number 2 is significant with MK Ultra. Someone trying to control someone's mind, manipulating them. You could do emotional manipulation. This person could be a narcissist, especially with the Emperor energy coming out twice. Somebody is a narcissist. X. Something is being X'd out with spiritual, returning to spiritual order. The divine energies are coming down to make shit right, basically. What else do we have? Throat chakra. Someone is talking. Communication. There's communication about this fraud. Someone using someone else's business or social security number, or just committing some type of fraud with a CPN. Newark, New Jersey could be significant. The letter E is significant. CPN documents, falsifying information with a pen, magic gloves. Someone using their words, using a pen in order to fear. Someone could have did something fraudulent with a PPP loan. And now they're fearful. This fear could have some, like, it could be specifically related to April. Maybe someone is getting caught up behind some stuff that they did with this return in the spiritual order and the throat chakra. Communication. This talk. People know. People are viewing communication that is fraudulent, and someone is fearful of that information. Well, they're fearful of the consequences they're going to receive from that. Fearful of justice. Success, vitality, joy, justice, happiness, inspiration. Oh, my nail is dirty. So someone is fearful an M or a K. With regard to April, the letter P or N. Fearful because of this justice. Vitality, vital records, vital information. Someone could be afraid of going to the pen, jail, because of what it is. Maybe this communication that someone knows, like they know, someone knows that shit is not right. Generosity, gift, charity, partnership, service, partnership. MK Ultra, I'm about to talk you into doing something. I'm going to mind fuck you into doing what I need you to do. This partnership with this assistance. And I'm going to pay you graciously for your assistance. There's a lot of shit going on out here. Someone could be taking Xanax. An axe is being cut. Something is being cut. Cut. Someone's words could be cutting. California could be significant. Canada could be significant. An AC, an air conditioner. It still blows out cold air. Someone's words could be cold. Pride. Someone's words are cold because they're in their pride. They're in their ego. I can't believe I got caught. As I look at CPN with the pen, I can't believe I got caught with the pride here. I can't believe that this shit is working out the way that it is. This person could have always been in the energy of doing shiesty shit and was able to, you know, maneuver the V in such a way that it never caused them a lot of consequences. They were able to harvest. And their pride is now hurt because there's this ending to this. Something about fiscal year could be significant. There's an ending to someone's abundance. Someone used this pen, this information to gain abundance. Something about pepper could be significant. A pimp could be significant. Marshal, police could be significant. Number 2 again. Municipal, something municipal. Someone fears the marshal police coming. Why would the marshal police come though if you're not in the military? So this could be a military person. Maybe someone falsely using military benefits. August is coming out again. So this fear could have to do with something that's going to take place from April to August. Or this fear has something to do with April and August. August or April 22nd or 2nd could be significant. Or the number 22 is significant. Why? Someone wants to know why in terms of this justice. Why someone partnered up with someone. Vitality. Partnered up with someone to take someone's life. Death certificate. With fertility vital records. You have to go to the vital statistics in Trenton in order to get something about Trenton and vital records is significant. Trenton, New Jersey. Revelations, vision, signs, insight, communication. Why? There's going to be communication as to why someone partnered up, why they assisted in possibly someone's death, or it could be someone's birth. With vital records, there could be lies with regard to someone's birth certificate. There's fear behind that. October is also significant with regard to this axe. Someone getting axed out, or maybe the initials AX are significant with October. Someone's pride in October. Someone could be had been or will be prideful in October. Someone who's born in October is prideful. And went back in. It went back in. That's what she said. Neutrality. Someone's pride allowed them to stay neutral to a situation. Someone's pride allowed them to stay neutral to a situation. This is significant to the month of October, or maybe someone who's born in October. Something happened in October. The year ending. October, November, December could be significant. Fourth quarter. Physical education. Someone could be a teacher. You bring me. Oh, we saw joy in the very beginning. Letter J is significant with courage. All right, so we have joy. So this ending is going to bring a new beginning to someone else, or because someone stayed neutral, there was an ending to someone's joy. Or because someone stayed neutral, there was an ending that might have been, I'm doing a reading. There was an ending, something that could have ended bad, but eventually brought someone joy. But there's questions around this ending, questions around August, and wanting to know why. Getting insights. I really want to know why. Someone could have two particular questions. Connect with light spirits. Someone is using their higher consciousness. They're starting to use not just their logical mind, but their intuitive mind as well, to ask these questions, to try to figure out why. Someone could have went on to glory in August with the connect with the light spirit, the higher consciousness. There could be questions about someone's death. The end. Something going on to glory. The end. X, Y, Z. X, Y, Z. There was a conversation about this ending to ask someone out. And then we have the Y and the Z. The actual ending could have happened in August. Something with regard to fertility, renewal, growth. The flat tire. Someone tried to end something. Something that you were creating. There's insights about this. I feel like you were saved from a situation that was not supposed to end well for you. The letter S is significant with regard to October. And staying neutral. SA could be significant. Saxophone. Someone could love like instrumental music. Someone could play a saxophone. Another X is out here. Something about sex is significant in October with staying neutral. Someone could have stayed neutral because of sex, because it's like, I guess staying in a situation because sex brings someone joy. They won't leave because it made me think of this pride here next to the October and the sex. Someone takes pride in their sexual activities. Sexual activities. Someone is Xing out sexual activities. We have the letter O, XOXO, hugs and kisses. Someone could greet you all the time with hugs and kisses. Oh my God, how you doing? Mwah. Kiss on the cheek, kiss on the lips. Let's get a few more here. Questions about this joy, about this ending, this fourth quarter, about this harvest, this new beginning. Questions. 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 Questions about August and why something ended or how it ended, because this is like plan, like the steps, and these are the ending steps to a plan. So there are questions around August and this plan. Some fun. This is why someone is fearful. Damn. So we have a pew for hire. We have someone doing fraudulent shit with regard to Social Security numbers or false identification. We have someone down here. I mean, the sex may be separate. I did mention a pimp though. So there's that. 2 or 3 more cards. Please and motherfucking thank you. Strength. It's that Leo energy. No answer is revealed. Secret mystery. Fate. That's a mystery. Someone's strength could be a mystery. Or Leo with strength. Higher consciousness. Someone going up to heaven. Questions surround that. Questions surrounding a Leo. And some type of strength. There's also, someone can have questions about someone's spiritual strength. Someone's intuition. The ability to see past the veil, to see things for what they are. Questions. Someone can have questions about or want to ask someone questions who's very connected divinely. Number 5 is significant change. Something is changing. Could be, this is in the practical matters. Could be court, could be your home, it could be your job, could be your health, just your everyday life, practical matters. And we have that with this wolf in sheep clothing still sitting here. The letter B. Nobody beats the whiz. Nobody beats the whiz. Biz. Somebody's all in someone's business. Business. Busy. Someone is saying bye. Bye with the ending. Bye. Bye. Oh, we got more. The 5, another 5. 55 or 25 could be significant. 52. A W. See, there's change coming in someone's practical life and they're getting a win in that change. This 5 here is like a neutral energy. So something was like stagnant. And now there's a win. This also reminds me, I don't think it's the right, it reminds me of bleach, a bleaching agent for your hair. Someone could bleach their hair or have light hair. And we have joy, pleasure, feasting, celebrations, festivities, success with this W, with this win. This is a spiritual number 5 here. Again, the divine stepped in. I was like, I'm going to help. And I don't want to say it that way. I want to say it in a way that if you are in an energy of being your best self, then that energy is what flows with you. That's the energy you attract. Attracting your soul tribe. You, by being you and doing the things that you're doing, being in your own spiritual order within your own home, your own self, your own vessel, you are attracting that energy towards you. You're attracting order. You're attracting healing. So what else? What else? Yeah, I mean, that's all I really have. Follow the yellow brick road. We have PE or EP with S and Q. So there's questions with regard to the letter S, P, or E. PES, P-E-S, E-S-P. What is ESP? ESP. Doesn't that have to do with psychic abilities? ESP. What does ESP stand for? Extrasensory perception, electronic stability program, or English for specific purpose. Oh no, that is ESP. Oh yeah, that's when you go to school to learn English, right? Just sit there. No, don't they have, what is that called when you learn English in school? Extrasensory perception. What does having ESP mean? Having extrasensory perception, sometimes a sixth sense. The purported ability to receive information through means other than the recognized physical senses, such as telepathy or clarity. Someone is very intuitive. Someone is very intuitive and someone has questions. They want to know how you know shit. Why was I thinking about when you, what is that called when you go to school and you learn English? What is that called? It says English for specific purposes. English. So is it the same thing? Someone could not speak English very well, but someone is hella intuitive. Someone is hella intuitive and somebody wants to know how. How and why you know the shit you know. How and why the shit comes out the way it does. I don't know. It's the God in you. That's what it is. You recognize the God in you. These people don't recognize the God in themselves. Alrighty, Heidi. Damn, an hour and 13 minutes and 43 seconds. And okay, thank you, my beauties, for watching. I appreciate. I hope this message was helpful. Yeah. Have a good one. Deuces.